Hi guys, it's another tutorial and I want to say a big thank you to you all for being so supportive. Please, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification. Anyway, with that said, let's get ready for the video. In this video, I'll be teaching how to cut a plain trouser. The first thing we'll do here is to make a straight line. The reason why I'm making this straight line because I want these fabrics to be equal. I don't want a situation whereby after cutting it, the inner one will be shorter than the outside one. So that is why I'm making a straight line. So I'll use my ruler to make a straight line here. After making the straight line, then I cut. So as you can see, it's straight. Then from here now, I start marking the actual measurement. I'll start by marking the length of the person. That is the first thing you do. The length is 37. I add 2-inch allowance for the hemming. Then you come in a bit, you mark again. Mind you, you have to start from the edge. You mark 2-inch allowance, mark your 37, then you add 2-inch allowance, making it 39. So the next thing is the crush, or some people call it flap. So from the edge here, you mark 9 inches for the crush. Since we are working with waist 24, then from that point where you marked 9 inches, you mark 11 inches. 11 inches for the nail. Then you do the same thing here. You can decide to start from the edge and mark 20 inches to get your nail. Whichever one, but I always do mine like this. I always take this procedure. So after marking, you use your ruler to draw your lines properly. So this is it. So the next thing is the waist. But there is something I always do to give it a little shape. From the waist, I minus ½ inch from the waist. Then from the nail, I minus 1 inch from the nail. Then from the ankle, I minus ½ inch from the ankle. I don't touch the tile, so forget about that one. So I minus ½ inch from the ankle. I do this before I start the actual measurement. So from that point where you mark that ½ inch, that's where you start your actual measurement. The waist is waist 35. 35 divided by 4, we have 8.2 or so. Then you mark and give your 1-inch allowance. Then you come to the tie. The tie is 24. 24 divided by 2, we have 12. You mark at 12. Then the nail is 16.5 divided by 2. 16.5 divided by 2, we have 8.2. Then you mark. You start from that point where you brought 1 inch in. So that is where you start from. Then for the ankle is 13.5. 13.5 divided by 2. Remember, the waist is the only one divided by 4. 13.5 divided by 2, we have 6.7. We do the same thing down. So you draw your lines. So you see the reason why I did what I did initially. The half inch, 1 inch and half inch I included here. So as you can see, it gave the trouser a little shape. Gave it a little shaping, so that's why I always do it. Then after drawing the lines, you cut from there. So this is the front pattern. This is for the front pattern. So the next thing is to place the front pattern on the back pattern. You place it on the back pattern. You use this to cut your back pattern. So this is for the back pattern. You place the front pattern on it. So this is where you add your allowance. This is where you add your allowance, your sewing allowance. So from the crochet here, or from the lap, you mark 3 inches from here. That's what I'll be using. Mark 3 inches. Then on the nail, 2.2 inches. 2.2 inches. You come down the same thing. Then the ankle, 2 inches. 2 inches for the ankle. Then for the waist, you add 2 inches, or you can decide to add 1.5. Then you bring it up by 1.5. Bring it up by 1.5. 1.5 by 2 inches. So from that point where you mark 2 inches for the waist, you draw your line. You connect it to the lap or to your thighs. So the one you took up, you connect it to this point. So this is it. So you cut. You follow the same circumference here. Remember, we didn't add any allowance here, so you follow the same circumference. Follow the same circumference here. No allowance was added here. So this is it. So this is it.